Hello and welcome to another update video about Cronos. So Cronos has left, at least temporarily here, the reversal area to the downside, but it's still fighting. Yeah, it's still sort of consolidating, but this was yesterday probably the strongest impulsive sell-off that we've seen since we've entered that range here, the resistance range. And I already made you aware yesterday that we had reached a possible wave 2 top, and I think after my video we then came down impulsively here. And late yesterday we left even this area to the downside and broke below the wave 1 low. A break here in this case below the wave 1 low, which could indicates that indeed the C wave has started. Remember we talked about top of the wave 1 here to the upside, this upside impulse that we topped here around 8.5 cents. We came down in an A wave, moved up in a B wave, and as long as we now stay below the B wave high and the wave 2 high, so basically as long as we stay below 8.3 cents, we can now focus here on the downside. Yeah, and I would at the moment assume that the C wave has started and that we are doing here a 1-2 setup in wave 3. So we already did possibly a 1-2, and we could now be in the third wave, but in the third wave obviously we have 5 subwaves as well. So I'm currently looking if this here was the one. This the 2, 3, 4, 5, of 3. That's sort of ideally how it could unfold. And yeah, again, this count is valid as long as we're now staying below 8.3 cents. We already see a bit of a rejection up there, but it's not enough to confirm that. And the confirmation that we are heading down lower now in the 3 of 3, we will get that if we break below the wave 1 low here, the yellow wave 1 at 7.6 cents. The yellow wave 2 is currently moving up into resistance. Yeah, it has reached the 50% retracement at 7.9 cents. Could even go a bit higher. I mean, 8.16 cents would normally be the maximum for the wave 2. Going above it would not invalidate this setup, but it would make this setup less likely. Would then have to explore alternatives, but for now I think we can be focused here on the downside, and we might just do this wave 2 of 3. What would be the target? What would be the target of the C wave? I think we looked at that in the last video. If I take the length of the A wave, we go to the high of the B wave, then here we have the region between the 1-to-1 ratio round about at 6.9 cents. That's certainly the first key target, and then maybe all the way down to 6 cents. So the 1.618 extension is another ideal target for a C wave. It would go slightly below the retracements which are relevant for a wave 2, which is here below the 6.12 cent level, but maybe I will reduce and I'll leave it where it is at the moment. But as we go lower, and if we can see the sub-level structure that it indicates that we will go slightly below the 78.6 retracement, then we can think about the 6 cent level as well. But at the moment I would just leave it as it is, observe it, going well so far. But again, if we break above the 8.3 cent level, then I would have to assume that we are here still in an uptrend, and that the wave 4 actually, that the wave 2 possibly already finished here, which would be a very shallow wave 2, so I actually don't see it that way. Or we would have to assume that this move up was just a wave 3, this was a wave 4, and we get one more wave 5 up, but also it doesn't really look impulsive enough for that, so I'd rather stay with what I have at the moment. But of course, if those resistance levels that I mentioned to you are taken out, further upside is possible. And if we look at the chart, next key resistance would be around 9.8 cents, this previous spike. Okay, and that's my update about Cronos. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.